Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everyone. It's Finney here from Finney's Homebrew Emporium, and I'm just brewing one of my sjporr beers. So, we've got Pale Ale base, which has got, well, we've got American Ale, Munich, wheat, sour grapes, and a bit of light crystal. So all glad filled, so you know they've come 40k down the road, and obviously all South Island hops, and then we've got all this big slurry to ferment it with. So that's the cider that I made a while ago. You've probably seen it floating around in the fermentation fridge. So I kept the yeast from that, and then I've added wort to it a couple of times, just to build it up a wee bit more. And then that is, I've just poured off all the all the spent wort, just to leave that bit in the bottom, to then chuck into the fermenter when we get to it. So it had quite a nice sort of Brett character on it, so yeah, it'd be interesting to see what we've got in our back garden. So I guess it is a true South Island beer, as the hops we're using is Motueka, Riwaka and Nelson's. So 3 really good, powerful New Zealand hops. So it's going well so far. We've mashed in, we're now boiling. So yeah, not much else to show you there. Tomorrow, sorry about that, just had a customer. So yes, tomorrow I'm going to do my second beer, and that is going to be 100% Brett fermented IPA. And I think I'm going to use Waimea and another Nelson hop. But I'm going to, the Brett culture will probably be amalgamation from the yeast bed. So we'll see how that one goes. So yeah, a couple of choices there. I've got a couple of things floating around that I could possibly just keg up, bottle up. It seems like there's not too many entries this year, but I guess my problem is then that coming on to if I get through to the finals, some of the beers I don't have enough of to then send around the rest of the world. So hopefully these 2 go well, and one of them is good enough to put in. So stay tuned. There we go, box 1. So this is Pale Ale with harvested yeast from the back garden. Obviously, because we're so far up the carboy here, I've set a blow off tube on. So hopefully we'll come in tomorrow morning and this will be cranking up here somewhere. Tube in the bottom. So we were aiming for 104.4, we got a 104.6, so slightly over, but not a great problem. So tomorrow we're using the amalgamation, which is hiding behind there. Here it is. So all that yeast in the bottom there, and hopefully that's enough to properly ferment a nice IPA. Aim for around 6%, with Waimea and another hop. Stay tuned. Rightio. So it is the morning after, and we almost had a crowd. And when I came in this morning, we didn't have as much coverage. So that's on its way, and you can probably see if I... Oh, there you go. There was a bubble. So if I lift this up, you can see there's positive pressure in the tube. So it'll be interesting actually to see how fast the krausen it creates. What it does. We'll try and have a sniff at some point, see what we can get. So today I'm going to also bottle this. Hopefully, you can possibly see in the bottom there's some bourbon chunks. What I did with that one, that was our partial mash demonstration beer that we did a couple of weeks ago, which was a smoky porter. And I got some chunks that I used making that bourbon the other week. So I just added some on, and we'll bottle that later and see if it's picked up any barrel bourbon character too. It'll be interesting. So today is brew day for the IPA, and I did a bit of reading last night, so I've got a good idea of what I want to do. And I'm just going to get into it this afternoon at some point. So, and good news, this saison that we've had sitting here for a while, check it out, we've got a few little, well, it's hard to see through the glass, a few bubble domes starting to form a pellicle. I assume it's starting to warm up a bit now in the the ambient temperature in the shop has probably gone up a few degrees. And the other thing as well, when I did a few starter things a while ago on making that saison mix, I also bottled up the beers, and so I've been trying those recently just to see what they sort of taste like. But the good thing is, in the bottom of those is dregs of fresh yeast. So every time I drink one, I bung one in there, and so it's had a couple of amalgamations and a Lacristy. So yeah, never know, might help with it. But we'll just leave it there for a moment until I get round to brewing any other sour beers. So alright, I'll get cracking on with bagging up some hops and then get on to brew day. So hopefully we'll get some of that later. I accidentally oversparged, so I don't know if you can see, we're at 29 litres and we should have been at 28. So we're going to boil off a litre first and then start adding the hop additions. And so in here there's the one that we did 2 days ago, and it's really rocketing along now. Check that out, like a big snow globe, and the blast going pretty well. But it's quite an interesting yeast. It's just sort of sat on the top, it's like an inch thick krausen and not really going anywhere apart from that, which is pretty cool. Good yeast. So we've decanted off the yeast. So this is the beer cell we're going to use. So we could even decant a wee bit more off, but we've got all that nice sort of thick, creamy sludge in the bottom. And then we've got our hop additions. We've got 30 grams of Southern Cross, and then we've got Mochway from Waimea sat ready to go. So it's not going bad. We're actually doing this on the Saturday. We're doing a slight demonstration, but as you can see, because I'm filming, and we had one person turn up, but we only gave it a day's notice. But the other person sort of had a look, see what we're doing. But yeah, the grain father's going well, and we're just about to test its hop utilization. I think early next week I'm getting the expansion kit. Expansion kit, is the right word? Upgrade kit for the grain father. So we'll be able to show you those bits next week too. So that should be good. But yeah, we're on the old system today, so hopefully it doesn't get clogged, which I've not had so far, touch wood. I'll catch you soon, hopefully, watching it going into the fermenter. Rightio, I guess this is the last part of the sjporr brewing extravaganza. So, the first one we did, the pale ale, is now pretty much finished. There's a few yeast rafts on top, and it's still got, you can see it's still fermenting alright, but how much crap we've got in the bottom. I don't know if that's all yeast or what, but lots. And then, so this is the IPA you just saw me brewing. So it's got a nice sort of pillowy krausen, nice and thick, and it smells pretty good, I must admit. Oh, there you go, put that back on. That's sitting probably a wee bit high, so I may turn the heat pad off for a wee bit. And the good thing is, because I didn't pour all the beer cell in, I was able to restart the starter, which is great. So, which all means I should hopefully have at least 2 beers to choose from for the sjporr. I do have one in my keg fridge back at home, which should be able to last another 4 weeks. So I'll try not to drink it. I'll just drink the other. But one of these should be fine. I'm really hoping this one comes good, because it's pure South Island beer, considering the yeast came from the back garden. So I'll give that probably another couple of days to let it really slow down, and then we'll add a dry hop, and then get it probably kegged. Might go straight into bowls, I'm not sure yet, because obviously if I keg it, that keg is then only good for sour beers. But it might be worth kegging it and then bottling from the keg, so I can dial in the right amount of CO2. And pretty much I've got some Flanders that I want to do, and that one I'll probably do the same. So there's quite a few I can do the same thing to, and plus it means I know it's carbonated going into the competition. because at the moment, these are going to be in the fermenter at least another week. So it's pushing it. We'll be going up to ground carbonating on the way by at the moment, because I've left it a wee bit late. It's alive, isn't it? So yeah, looking forward to seeing what else comes up in the challenge. I'm not entirely sure who's in it this year. I think we've got a list, but hopefully you guys are. I'm looking forward to seeing what New Zealand offers. So until then, I'll see you next week. Cheers.